Coming up on Hashtag That, it's our last show of the semester. We'll talk about Quinnipiac's newest dance company, the Tap Company, and their first showcase.
We have all the latest fashion trends you'll be seeing at this year's Met Gala and much more.
We are your source for Quinnipiac's entertainment news. Welcome to Hashtag That. I'm Kayla Hebe.
And I'm Alex Taglieri.
The Quinnipiac Legends held their annual spring concert Monday night in the Piazza, where they showcased their a cappella talents and honored their 5 graduating seniors. They sang renditions of Shape of You, Cheap Thrills, and Hallelujah, with each song featuring variation soloists from the group. The Legends also continued their tradition of inviting their alumni on stage to sing Run to You with them. They ordered food for everyone in attendance.
For students who preferred to stay in this weekend, QU After Dark held a showing of La La Land in the Piazza. Students got to watch the Academy Award-winning musical for free before it came to Netflix. QU After Dark also offered free food and drinks for those who came to see the film. This week in the entertainment news, a former One Direction star announced his upcoming tour.
And Kelly Ripa announced who will be filling in Michael Strahan's spot as her new co-host.
Ashley Grady has this and more in this week's ENUs.
Thanks, guys. Designer Rei Kawakubo's company Comme des Garçons was honored last night at this year's Met Gala. This year's theme was the art of the in-between, and those in attendance did not hesitate to take advantage of the ambiguous dress code. Kylie Jenner, however, seemed to take the theme very literally, as she wore a tight nude gown with floral appliques and fringe sleeves that was definitely a mix between sexy and sweet. While Kylie has been known to make headlines for her fashion statements, her gown was surprisingly on the simpler side this year. Another celebrity who went for a more subtle look was one of this year's Met Gala hosts, Gisele Bündchen. Her sleek Stella McCartney gown shined almost as brightly as the smile she shared with husband Tom Brady, who also made an appearance in a gray suit. Katy Perry, another host, took a very different approach when it came to the dress code, sporting a striking red avant-garde piece. Looking at the unique designs worn this year, I can see why tickets to this event are so highly coveted. Harry Styles has announced that he will be going on tour in Australia. However, this news was surprisingly met with mixed reactions from fans. The former One Direction member posted a list of 30 tour dates on Twitter, with performances in Sydney planned for November 26th and 30th this year. The 2 theaters where he will be performing have very small capacities, though, with only an estimated 4,000 fans able to see him at these locations. Styles has not yet responded to the upset, most likely due to his busy schedule as he continues his music career and is cast in the upcoming war movie Dunkirk. In other news, Kelly Ripa's year-long search to find a co-host after the departure of Michael Strahan is finally over. Ryan Seacrest just announced that he will be permanently joining the show, which will be renamed Live with Kelly and Ryan. Some of the other contenders for the position were Andy Cohen, Fred Savage, and Anderson Cooper, a good friend of Kelly's. Ripa said in a statement, "Ryan is a close friend, and his star shines as brightly off-camera as it does on. His tremendous success is only matched by his impeccable reputation. Plainly said, everyone loves him, and so will our daily viewers. Congrats, Ryan. Let's hope these co-hosts can get along this time." That's all for this week's entertainment news updates. Now back to you guys at the desk.
Relay for Life has been selling their 2017 t-shirts, and they've been doing this to start raising awareness for their event this upcoming September. Relay for Life also held their Luminara ceremony last Wednesday night in order to remember loved ones, honor survivors of all types of cancer, and to celebrate life without cancer. Students were encouraged to bring pictures of their loved ones, celebrate paper bags to resemble lanterns called luminarias. Glow sticks were put in the bags as they were lined along the quad. People walked a few laps around the quad for those whose lives have been impacted by cancer. And the Tap Company had their first performance this past Saturday. It was in Buckman Theater. The team performed a variety of dances. They had solos, they had trios, they had duos. A great event to start off the new Tap Company that was just came to Quinnipiac this first semester. So it was a great way to kind of get their name out there. They all did a great job. So good job to the Tap Company.
The Student Programming Board held their event called Bobcat Bounce this past Saturday. The athletic center was filled with different bounce houses for students to use. Food trucks were also there for students to enjoy.
And when we come back, we have Brooke Riley here with trending topics.
And Shannon McHarrison updates us on the best and worst dress from the Met Gala. We'll be right back.
up on Bobcat Breakdown.
Coming up on Bobcat Breakdown.
And welcome into Studio 125.
So what?
40
So what?
points. If you score 40 points in a basketball game, we all know you play Quinnipiac Intramurals. We all know you love to shoot the rock.
Well, if you think that's the most ridiculous thing you've ever heard, what I'm about to say, I guess, is going to be pretty ridiculous in your book. But I'm going to say yes, there is a controversy.
Line, getting ready to punch the ball as it lands right in front of another Monmouth player.
Coming up
on hashtag that.
We are your source for Quinnipiac's entertainment news.
It's 9:30 Eastern, and you know what that means. Sports Pause is on the air.
Ball played up the middle. Emmanuel with a little cheat off the pipe.
Preseason just boils down to going after another national championship and not necessarily focusing on the one before.
MJ, it is time for our favorite part of the show. It's the top 5 plays of the week, brought to you by B&D Deli, home of the Q-Dog.
Let's talk about the first play you want to break down.
Yeah, let's break it down right away.
But the one name I'm going to throw out there is a freshman, Mika Maples.
May is finally here, and since summer is right around the corner, it's time to get started on that summer diet, according to Twitter.
Brooke Riley is here to discuss all that and more with this week's trending topics. Brooke?
Thanks, guys. A lot of different things have been trending on Twitter this week, so let's jump right into it. Well, May has officially arrived and the flowers are blooming. I don't know about you guys, but it certainly feels like time is flying. People took to Twitter with the hashtag May as they discussed things that they are looking forward to this month, such as graduations and proms. There were also some quotes about sunshine and, of course, the famous April showers bring May flowers line. It seems like everyone is pretty excited about the warm weather and sunny days to come. Another trend this week is hashtag Teacher Appreciation Week. Teacher Appreciation Week is usually celebrated in the United States during the second week of May. However, it seems as though people are already jumping the gun on it. Teachers work hard day in and day out to provide us with the education that we need to succeed in the world. One person tweeted, quote, "Teaching is self-sacrificing career for the sake of educating and shaping young minds. Thank a teacher today," end quote. That line is so true, and many people are thankful for what they have learned from their teachers, along with the way they acknowledge they deserve more thanks. I know that I am so grateful for all the lessons that I've learned from my teachers that I never would have thought would impact me so much. And finally, with summer just around the corner, people are looking to get in shape for the season. However, Twitter might not be the place to look for these. For tips on how to diet. Hashtag bad dieting was trending this week. One person said that if they are only 100 calories, you can eat 12 packages of them. Another person went as far as saying that eating a salad is equal to eating chocolate. These people on Twitter think they're comedians with their jokes, hoping somebody will believe them. Well, that's all I have for this week's trending topics. I'm Brooke Riley. Now back to Kayla and Alex at the desk.
Thanks, Brooke. The Met Gala was held last night, and celebrities showed off their fashion trends.
Shannon McCarrison is here to give us all we need to know about the fashion and the outfits and what they chose to wear. Shanna?
The Met Gala is often referred to as the party of the year and was held last night at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. This year, the theme was the art of the in-between, and the designer features is not a traditional one. The designs are often clothes that are unrecognizable as actual clothing and are bulky or fraying and may even cover people's face. So when looking at the fashion at the Met Gala, it is important to keep an open mind and keep the theme in the back of your head because the clothing can be very over the top. Now, speaking of over the top, Rihanna dressed in theme and Twitter was calling her the best dressed of the night. Well, I have no idea how someone would sit in this ensemble, and it is certainly not something you'd see someone wearing on a normal day. She conquered the theme and looked good doing it. Rihanna is always a statement maker, and she did not let us down. Now, I have to mention these two because I have talked about them on hashtag a few months ago. It's Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez, who both looked elegant and happy together on the carpet. Now we see here just a solo shot of J.Lo looking regal as always. I mean, this woman is over 40 years old and she still looks amazing, so kudos to her. Now, P. Diddy stole the show and became an instant meme when he laid across the stairs at the Met. I mean, I thought this was just hilarious. He was making the way for his wife to be photographed. good date right there. Now, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds looked happier than ever. This was not my favorite look of Lively's, but I don't think she could look bad wearing anything. And look how happy these two look. Now, of course, I had to throw this in, being probably the biggest Tom Brady fan in Q30. We have Gisele Bündchen and Stella McCartney and Tom Brady and Tom Ford. Now, Brady seems to wear this same bow tie. If you look on past Met Galas, he seems to always be wearing this, but you know, I have nothing wrong with it. I think he stole the show. She had more of a simpler look. She wasn't super in theme, but they both look stunning. He also commented that he liked football better. When someone asked, hey, are you happy about trading the football field for the fashion scene? He said, no, I'll stick to football, but hey, he does pretty well on both. Now, finally, Chrissy Teigen seemed like she tried to have a Beyonce moment, but let's leave those moments to Queen Bee. She just did not hit the mark for me. Beyonce was also not in attendance, that has to be noted, last night, and we all missed her. Now that's all my picks for the best and worst dressed of the Met Gala. Back to Alex and Kayla at the desk.
So there was definitely some interesting fashion
For sure.
there.
Definitely not something I would wear.
No, absolutely not. And also earlier on in the show, Ashley Grady was talking about Ryan Seacrest and his big news, which is big news for me because I'm a big Ryan Seacrest fan. So he is now the co-host with Kelly Ripa. What are your thoughts on that?
I was a little surprised because
Yeah.
I thought she was leaning towards, you know, the guy who was chosen in that contest, just a regular guy. His name's Richard Curtis. He was a high school teacher from Philadelphia. And I think that would be really cool if they just had a normal person, because the people watching the show are just people like us, and I think it would be good for them to have someone who has kind of a similar view on the topics that they're talking about. But I'm sure Ryan Seacrest is going to do a great job. He's hosted pretty much everything at this point.
Yeah, seriously, he's the red carpet guy. He's American Idol.
New
He's
Year's.
literally on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is on anything. And then he has his own radio show
Right.
on air with Ryan Seacrest. So I feel like, personally, I mean, maybe this is just me because I'm a big Ryan
Bias.
Seacrest fan, but I think he's going to do so well.
Yeah, I'm sure he
knows
will.
what he's talking about. I feel like he's a very people person. He has great interview skills. I always love listening to On Air with Ryan Seacrest because he just asks the best questions, and I feel like he really connects with the people that he's talking to.
Yeah, and connects with his co-host. I think there'll be some great chemistry between him and Kelly.
Oh, for sure. So
we'll have to
I'm
see it.
excited.
I'm sure you'll be tuning in episode 1.
Oh, of course. I'll be there from the start.
Right. Well, coming up later in the show, we'll be showing you some of the highlights from previous episodes of #That.
But first, let's look back at some of the things that didn't go as we planned this year.
Are we good? If I just talk out of my mouth like this, is that fine? Okay. Hello, everybody.
He turned to Kermit the Frog. What was that? Oh, it's a bulb went out.
The hockey stick was supposed to be red or Quinnipiac colors, but you know, it didn't really work out.
Yeah, makes sense.
They have a wall.
So, that selfie video.
It was a funny one. It really was. Yeah.
Oh, we decided to open that. We decided to open that question. Q30 members, who do they think would be on Quinnipiac's Mount Rushmore?
It's like eating Saudi Arabia.
Good observation.
From the Grammys to tacos, Carrie Golden is here with us. This week's trending topics. Carrie? Thanks, guys. Welcome to this week's edition of Trending Topics. Obviously, we all know that this past Sunday was the Grammys.
Let me toss it to the desk with everybody else.
After the break, Alex and I are going to be debating some of our favorite TV shows.
We'll be right back.
All this and more.
Coming up on the Q30 Newscast.
It's 9:30 Eastern, and you know what that means. Sports Pause is on the air.
Left ball played up the middle. Emmanuel with a little cheat off the pipe.
Preseason just boils down to going after another national championship and not necessarily focusing on the one before.
MJ, it is time for our favorite part of the show. It's the top 5 plays of the week, brought to you by B&D Deli, home of the Q-Dog.
Let's talk about the first play you want to break down.
Yeah, let's break it down right away.
But the one name I'm going to throw out there is a freshman, Mika Maples.
Welcome back. We're now going to debate some of our favorite and least favorite TV shows.
Yeah, so here we go. I'm excited for this one. The Bachelor and Are You the One are 2 shows to help people find love. Are You the One is newer to television. It starts out with 20 single men and women and shows their search as they try to find their perfect match. If they don't find the person they've been matched with, then they must keep looking. In The Bachelor, the viewer sees the journey of one man or woman as they go on an extravagant dates to get to know people that they've been given. In the end, hopefully it comes down to one person as they propose to someone who they could potentially spend the rest of their lives with. So Alex, which one do you like better? Which one are you more a fan of?
Well, I love Are You the One. I've been watching it since the 2nd season, and I watch it with my roommate now. I just think that it's better to have everyone have the potential to go home happy rather than just 2 people. You know, with The Bachelor, everyone else is going to go home with nothing. But with Are You the One, there's the potential for every single person to find their perfect match. And I think that's what keeps it so interesting to watch, because you could play along with the contestants. You're trying to figure out who the matches are too. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I get that, but see, with The Bachelor or even The Bachelorette, it's like you get 2 shows out of it. You have like the guy's journey and then you have the woman's journey too. So it's kind of like 2 shows in one in a way. And then also I kind of see it as, you can kind of guess along. I know I'm always like, right, like this person's gonna get eliminated first. And then there's always that one person that they keep way too long.
The villain.
Always, the crazy person sometimes. And he or she is just there for far too long, but it makes it entertaining.
Yeah, no. There's definitely interesting personalities on both shows.
Oh yeah, and then the dates that they go on The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, it's crazy. They go to these tropical places and all that kind of stuff. It's just, I think it would be so cool to be on that show. Like,
one day.
how fun.
We'll see.
One day.
Hopefully we won't need that. But
yeah, right? But
maybe
you never
one
know.
day.
We'll see.
HGTV and the Food Network are 2 popular channels for people to binge watch and procrastinate by watching some reality television. HGTV shows endless marathons of The Property Brothers and House Hunters, while the Food Network airs Cupcake Wars and Chopped. I'm a huge fan of both channels, but what do you prefer, Kayla?
I prefer the Food Channel. I think it's so cool to see all the different foods that these people can make, especially with Chopped and those type of competition shows that they have on it. It's like they give you these random recipes and they're like, all right, go do your thing, go make it.
Yeah.
And they're given a limited amount of time too. It's like, how do you make that? I wouldn't know the first thing to use,
Yeah.
the first, I don't know, I'd be lost.
I can't even make pancakes. So
No, exactly.
Maybe that's why I prefer HGTV, but
Maybe.
I just think the Food Network makes you so hungry. I
It
can't
does.
watch it and then just not eat after watching.
You have to snack while watching it.
Yeah, which is bad. But
No, it's
HGTV,
great.
it's just like inspiring. It makes me want like to add things to my room.
Mm.
And I just think all the personalities on the show are so great. I love the Property Brothers. I love the people from Love It or List It. You
Okay.
know, loved Flip or Flop until recently.
Yeah, I know.
But I mean, it always keeps it interesting. I feel like they're just so personable, and I don't know, it makes you feel like you could do it too, even though my house doesn't look nearly as good as
No.
the houses that they design.
Right? I wish mine did. Maybe someday I'll bring them on
Yeah.
and they can decorate my house.
Hit them up.
Exactly. Everyone knows the older Disney Channel shows, and we all know that they're much better than the newer ones. They're the shows that we grew up with and what made Disney Channel as great as it is. Some shows start out and come to an end, but some get recreated into spin-off shows. The little brother in the hit show That's So Raven, Corey Baxter, was cast in his own show, Corey in the House. And also The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody was just too good to stop, so The Sweet Life on Deck was created. Alex, do you think that these shows and others on Disney Channel should have been spin-offs, or do you think they should have just stopped it?
I think they should have been made because I love the Sprouse Twins. I love everyone from That's So Raven, and I think they deserve to have more airtime. You know, I'd be so sad if the shows ended.
Which one do you like more?
I love Corey in the House.
Yeah.
I think the cast is great. I think it's really different from the original, and that's what I like better. How it's just in a completely different location. That's just something you don't see a lot about, being in the White House. And also, I love Kyle Massey. He follows me on Twitter, so I think I have to support him.
That's true. You got to stay supportive.
Yeah.
But see, I'm gonna have to go with the Sweet Life on Deck. In a way, it's still like a different location, but you still have the typical, like the twins, Zach and Cody. You can't just not love them. They were the best, and I feel like we grew up with them. So then to see them grow up even more on the Sweet Life on Deck was so great. We have pretty much all the original cast. Ashley Tisdale came back.
Yeah.
All of them. We have Mr. Mosby. You have London.
Yeah.
It's like you got the whole cast there, and then some new ones as well. So it's still kind of cool to see. I was always a huge Sweet Life of Zach and Cody fan. So then I still love Sweet Life on Deck.
They're both great.
Yeah,
Can't
it's
disagree.
true. When we come back, we look back on some of our favorite hashtag memories of the year.
And we have our last selfie video. We'll be right back.
It's 9:30 Eastern, and you know what that means. Sports Pause is on the air.
Iman Will with a sheep.
Also, preseason just boils down to going after another national championship and not necessarily focusing on the one before.
MJ, it is time for our favorite part of the show. It's the top 5 plays of the week, brought to you by B&D Deli, home of the Q-Dog.
Let's talk about the first play you want to break down.
Yeah, let's break it down right away.
But the one name I'm going to throw out there is a freshman, Nika Maple.
The package is 4 minutes long.
Coming up,
We'll do all of it. We can discuss
coming up
it.
on hashtag that.
Yes.
We are your source for Quinnipiac's entertainment news.
With the school year quickly coming to a close, we thought we would take a look at some of our favorite memories from this semester.
Let's hear what Kristlyn Freed and Victoria Saha chose as their highlights.
Hey guys, I'm Kristlyn.
And I'm Victoria.
So unfortunately, we're outgoing seniors, so that sucks. We're gonna look back on this entire year of how hashtag has progressed and some of the funny moments.
Yeah, it's so hard to believe that the year has just passed by,
I know.
Kristlyn.
It's gone by so fast.
Yeah, I remember I think, anchoring the first show. Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Of the year.
yeah.
I think so, yeah.
So speaking of the first show, the first segment that we're gonna look back on is the one with Joel Vanner when he did the parking package.
So Joel actually circled all around Hilltop and then went up to York Hill, and we followed him in his struggles to find a parking spot on campus. Let's take a look.
Put my second parking decal on.
Okay. Will that help you get a spot, though?
Never know until you try, right? That's what college is all about. Two parking permits, that means I have 2 parking spots, correct?
Correct.
Incorrect, that's not what that means. Don't you go here?
Joel, I think it's time to go to York Hill. It's gonna be okay. You can always try another day.
All right, and the next one would be the candy corn tasting. I know I definitely wasn't up for this challenge. Kristlyn, were you?
I hate candy corn.
Same.
Oh my god. Take a look at some people's reactions about candy corn.
Drew Feinberg here to taste test Brock's brunch flavored candy corn.
We've got our French toasted maple syrup candy corn, our waffles and strawberry, and then chocolate chip and pancakes candy corn.
Oh my god, that's so bad. It smells so bad and it tastes even worse.
It's not good. I wouldn't ever eat that again, actually.
Okay, this sucks.
I'm crying. Okay.
If anyone was to ever hand this out to me on Halloween, I would never go back to their house.
One of my favorite events that hashtag put on this year was Holiday Hottie.
Yeah, I think my favorite would be Paul and his beautiful suit that caught everyone's attention.
His candy cane suit, he was hilarious. And one of my favorite parts of Holiday Hottie was the talent show competition. Each contestant performed a talent on stage, pretty much. And John Franklin was hilarious. Let's take a look.
Ain't nothing but a mistake. I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Hey, hey. Bye, bye, bye.
All right, so our last one would be the pizza or the pizza non.
That was one of my favorite packages, actually. There's two. Carrie and Richie went around doing different food combinations and taste testings with pizzas and matzah, I think.
That'd be really interesting.
It was hilarious. Take a look.
Hi everybody, and welcome to Pizza or Pizza Nah. It's satisfying though. Yeah. Just the crunch it makes when you bite it.
Right.
That's the addictive part.
Mm-hmm.
Listen.
It's just in the crunch. Let's take a listen.
That's a big crunch. I'm gonna give it a Pizza Nah just for safety reasons.
Yeah, definitely a safety hazard. So we're going pizza.
But hashtag will continue next semester, and you guys are only going to get better. So I'm really excited to see what holds in the future for everyone. And take care.
Yeah.
For our last selfie video of the year, we asked Q30 members about their favorite hashtag that moment from the year.
Let's see what they had to say.
Hey, hashtag Andrew here. My favorite Q30 memory from this past year has to be Holiday Hottie. It was the entertainment department's first ever live stream and really big production that they've ever put on. And I was lucky enough to be a part of it, and I thought it was just a tremendous experience bringing the entire station together, especially around holiday time.
Hey guys, it's Kristlyn. My favorite memories from Q30 is the entire entertainment department as a whole and the people in it, especially hashtag. Shout out to hashtag, because that's where I started. I'm just so proud of all the growth there's been and how much success each show has had. So congratulations, and I'll really miss you guys.
Hi guys, it's Brenna Orcoli. My favorite hashtag memory of the year was when I was a judge for Holiday Hottie.
What's up, hashtag? My favorite Q30 memory from this year is me covering my first basketball game at the TD Bank Sports Center. The Quinnipiac Bobcats lost to the Vermont Catamounts. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Hey, hashtag it's Brooke. My favorite Q30 memory this year was really just meeting a bunch of new people who I can now call my friends and learning from them how to use equipment, how to go on air, everything like that. It's been a really great year and lots of fun. Can't wait for the next 3.
What's up, hashtag that? My favorite Q30 hashtag that memory of the year was definitely Holiday Hottie. Getting to host that was just, it was just kind of a dream come true sort of thing, and being able to crown Kirby Paulson as the Holiday Hottie, best friend of mine, nothing better than that.
Hey, hashtag it's Carrie for the last time this semester. So my favorite Q30 memory is definitely when I got to anchor the newscast on my birthday with Mike. That was pretty fun. And also doing the packages with Richie, finding the matzahs and taste testing pizza. Richie's just so funny, and he made doing it really, really fun. So I definitely will miss Q30 this summer.
What's up, hashtag Matt McAuliffe here. Favorite Q30 memory has got to be the first time I was on Sports Pause with Kirby Paulson as my co-host. It was a Boston episode, and we really showed our accents. It wasn't wicked hard, but it was a good episode and a great memory.
Hey guys, I'm Dan from Quinnipiac Tonight, and my favorite Q30 memory is pretending to jump into Hep Creek, but not actually doing it.
So Caleb, what's been your favorite memory of the year?
Mine has been when we got to go to DC with student media and other people in Q30, and we did that Snapchat that for the show. It was my first time in DC, so it was awesome.
That was so fun. I wish we can go back. I loved it there.
Same. What was yours?
Mine was going all the way back to the beginning of the year. The very first show, I think just right afterwards when we realized that we could actually pull off putting a whole show together was just so great, and really gave us confidence to go through the rest of the year.
Yeah, and it was a great year for sure.
Yeah, it was so much fun.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's all the time we have for the last episode of Hashtag That for the year. For more updates, be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Hashtag ThatQU.
And you can watch every episode on Twitter and Instagram at Hashtag ThatQU, and also be sure to check it out on Q30television.com. Thanks for watching, have a great summer, and we'll see you in the fall.